We'd like to introduce about multiculturalism. What is multiculturalism? Do you know it? A dictionary says that multiculturalism is one ethnic has to respect not only their own culture but also other cultures too. Certainly, it is right, but it isn't enough because we were searching for in detail, so we can think about it deeply. Especially, we painkiller were searching for about it through prejudice. For example, there is a salad bowl. There is a lot of ethnic groups in that salad bowl. The key word of the multiculturalism is respect others and communicate with others and thanks. On the other hand, what is multiculturalism? Multiculturalism is like that. This is only a cabbage. Multiculturalism, misunderstanding and ignorance can lead to prejudice, fights or arguments. So we have to get multiculturalism.
So now we are going to tell you about. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. We are going to tell you about academic program highlights. First of all, we learned about melting pot and salad bowl. Melting pot means every American people has the same culture like Japanese people. In the old days, the United States was thought as this melting pot, but it's not true. The United States is salad bowl where every ethnic group has its own culture, unlike Japanese people. So, like differences between this melting pot and salad bowl, the United States is very different from Japan, of course. It is said that Japan is made up of only one race, Yamato race, whether it is true or not. So Japan is homogeneous society. Homo means same, of course. Like these houses, they are very similar to each other. On the other hand, the United States has a heterogeneous society. Hetero means different. Like these dices, there are a lot of colors. So, unlike Japan, the United States has a variety. Then, what is the most precious experience in this university? The answer is racial varieties. Racial varieties are hard to learn in Japan. Learning about particular races is hard to learn in Japan. So, in Japan, in Japan, since Japan has a homogeneous society. By the way, do you remember this handout about a stereotype and John, an African American lawyer? We learned about the stereotype, and I think everyone like us and you has a stereotype. Like every Japanese people, but every time you meet someone, and like this, every American people like eating. But having a stereotype doesn't mean you have prejudice. Why? Because stereotypes sometimes saves you time to communicate. It helps you to communicate with others. For example, you meet someone who you don't know very well, and you have to talk with them. You might guess what he or she is interested in, like food, sports, and music. But on the other hand, stereotypes sometimes cause a prejudice, like this. And now you know who was good at using stereotypes in order to make ordinary people have a prejudice. Of course, his name is Adolf Hitler. Now we are going to tell you about the two museums.
In the Museum of Tolerance, we learned about a lot of things, such as ethnics or relations or female or black prejudice. So we have to learn about them, a lot of things. The Museum Tolerance, the essence of the Museum Tolerance is that ignorance and misunderstanding can lead to prejudice or fights or arguments. So it's very important to know a lot of things. The second, words are very powerful. Words can make people happy, but can hurt people too. So when you using words, be careful. And second, in Japanese American Museum, we learned a lot of things about Japanese American history. First, when Japanese people arrived in the US, they are not accepted, but they have done their best. They can accept it in the US too. So, so now we Japanese and American people are very good friends. So we shouldn't decide a person by the color or ethnics or looks. We should decide a person by their own or personality. it's very important. I make it a rule to look the eyes of others. Don't be shy. Look facing with others and looking eyes of other people are very important. Therefore, these prejudices are monoculturalism. I think so, because some people don't accept others and expel others. So I think multiculturalism. We should, for example, if X and Y have gotten arguments, they should be respect each other's. Why we need friends? Because friends are very important and make people happy. Many friends can make many people happy. So this is the reason to make a lot of friends. We should do our best and for world peace.
Beautiful.
In the last speech, he mentioned discrimination is caused by monoculturalism. So we have to have multiculturalism point of view. So what should I do to realize that goal? I think we need to communicate with others sufficiently and mutually. Unexpectedly, there are many opportunities to communicate with others in daily life. For example, at home, on the street, in shops, at school. Even trivial things makes opportunity to communicate with others. But actually, in Japan, some people say communication is getting more and more formal. Some people criticize it. For example, in Japan, shop clerk serves customer. And they say just thank you to came to the shop. This is called conventional attitude to customers. Why does this happen? I think this is caused by focusing communication and lack of communication. If it weren't for communication, we could not get along with others. And also, there are possibilities to repeat horrible history over again. So it is important to turning your eyes to opportunity of communication with others. If you do so, you can understand others and find solution to bad things thriving today in this society. Our conclusion is important things are respecting each other, mutual and sufficient communication, and being sincere to other people. So I put an end to our presentation. Thank you for listening.